All right, now let's start. In order to write a report on process diagram, it is important to take a look at the diagram first. This process is very simple. Sometimes they may give you more complex processes as well. So you will find them all in this book. Right? This is your writing book, so you will find all the processes. As I mentioned, the first part of the book is about report writing. So you need to go through all the reports the way you're going to go through all the essays. So we've got this process diagram. Let's take a look. The pictures below show how tea is produced. So we understand this is the process of making tea. Right? I'm on this book and we've got this process here. Right? Yeah. You are on the wrong book, I guess. Yasin, go and help. All right. So they also illustrate the process of making a cup of tea, summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features. Step number 1, what is that? Tea grows in India and China. So if you're from India, comment below. Okay? And if you're from China, you should comment as well. Question diagram part number 2, sow tea seeds. Now what you are going to do, you are going to convert them into sentences. First of all, according to the diagram, tea is generally grown in India and China, where the farmer grows tea seeds. That is step number 1 and step number 2. You need to convert them into sentences. Question, the third part, sunshine plants grow. So after the initial procedure, the sun shines on the tea plants and the tea plants turn into, or you can say the tea seeds turn into plants, right? Then pick and put in the basket. So you will convert it into sentences. After that, once the tea is ready to be picked, the farmer picks the tea leaves and puts in his basket. Next, dry tea leaves. Then you'll say the tea leaves are spread out into the open sun to dry. Something like that. And then they are packed into boxes. Load onto lorry, deliver tea boxes to supermarket. Customer buys. You can see beautiful customer there. Number 10, take the tea home. Kettle with water because they like water tea. Yasin likes dudh patti. Number 12, boil. Kettle boils the water. Then there is the tea bag, taweez wali cha. Okay. Question number 14, pours hot water, leave for 2 minutes. Okay. And 16, they add milk. 17, they add sugar if they don't have sugar. Okay. And 18, that customer is enjoying a cup of tea. So you will convert them all into paragraphs and all that. Now we see a sample answer. Please come to that sample answer, which is there on page number 107. For diagram, you use passive voice. Keep that in mind. So, these pictures illustrate how, copy this sentence as it is. These pictures illustrate how tea is produced, comma, and how a cup of tea is made. One sentence, what the diagram is all about. There are 18 stages in the diagram. Can you see 18 stages? And then you will give the reference of first stage and the last stage. So there are 18 stages in the diagram, from sowing the tea seeds in India and China to enjoying a cup of tea at home. First stage and the last stage. Now, we will talk about all the stages one by one. And you need to use these phrases. The first step is, copy that. The first step is that the tea seeds are sown and then the sun shines, which causes the seeds to grow into plants. Step number 1, 2 and 3, they are gone in one line. Okay, next, once the plants have grown, this is present perfect. When you want to switch from one procedure to another one, when you want to say after the completion of this procedure, for that you use present perfect, because we use present perfect for completed actions. So once the plants have grown, means this action is completed sufficiently, the leaves are then picked by the farmer and put into baskets. Can you see that in the diagram? Okay. Next, after the picking stage, the tea leaves are spread out in the sun to be dried. Passive voice. Tea leaves are spread out. Okay, passive voice. In diagram, we use passive voice quite a lot. The tea leaves are packed into boxes and then they are loaded onto lorries. Next, which take the boxes. Now, lorries take the boxes of tea to supermarkets. Now, there is a next step. One is production and delivery. Now, we come to the next paragraph where we talk about customer and all that. In order to make a cup of tea, first of all, you buy a box. Now, you can write you, or you may write customer, you may write consumer, whatever you want to write. It's all up to you. You buy a box of tea and take it home. Next, see that? First, next. These connecting words are very important in process diagrams. Next, you fill the kettle with water and put it on the stove to boil. They don't have electric kettle? Okay. Meanwhile, you put a tea bag in a cup, and once the kettle has boiled, present perfect, once kettle has boiled, the water is poured into the cup. Having been left in the cup for 2 minutes. Now, 2 minutes is not mentioned. So, you should write some time. In report writing, do not add anything on your own. Right? Do not say like, you add something on your own, okay, which is not there. That they talk about tea and you talk about ras and bun and biscuits also, okay. So don't add anything. The water is poured into the cup, having been left in the cup for 2 minutes. Now 2 minutes is not mentioned, so you can write some time. Having been left in the cup for some time, the tea bag is then removed and the tea is now ready to drink. At this point, milk and sugar can be added. At this point, another connecting word. This report will give you a lot of connecting words and you can use them in every report. At this point, milk and sugar can be added. The final step is that you drink. You drink or consumer drinks a nice cup of hot tea. Got it? Total 221 words. For report writing, word count is 150 minimum. And you may write up to 200, 220 words. For essay writing, word count is 250 minimum. You may write up to 350 words, but that depends on your time management also. In 1 hour, you have to complete both tasks. Okay? Thank you.